Hey there, it's Jeff with 1023 XLC. So this year we're kind of doing something different as far as our bridal show is concerned. And somebody who's been part of our bridal shows for quite a long time,
Long time.
John Welsh from Welsh Studios. How are you doing, sir?
Doing well, Jeff. Good to see you again, my man.
Yeah, it's great to see you. Now, the important thing about these bridal shows is you can get all the vendors all in one place and find everything that you need for your wedding.
Absolutely.
Now, I can speak to this personally because it was through one of our bridal shows that my wife and I found you to be the photographer for our wedding.
That's right. Remember it well.
Yeah. And I mean, it was a small, intimate wedding, but nonetheless, John did an amazing job. I'll tell you what, John takes pictures that are so great. He goes to every length to make pictures, even from when we initially met you and when we had our first sit down in our meeting, we knew that you were the photographer for us.
Oh, wow. Love it.
I mean, it's just really that simple. So, John, what are some of the, for those out there listening today and kind of watching us here, since we don't really have the privilege of meeting you in person at one of our bridal shows this year, what type of services is it that you offer up?
Well, we do photography and videography. I should be doing videography for even longer than we're doing photography, but primarily now we're getting most of our business in from photography. That seems to have really taken off and is being the most successful. So we do an awful lot of that. We have packages as low as $600. Most of what we cover is probably between the $2,000 to $4,000 range, because most people want a little bit more customization. They want a little bit more. They want to have some nice art to hang on their walls. They want an album to hold in their hands. They want to get a proof box. They want an engagement session. They want to get multiple photographers. There's so many options involved. It's really important to get to know the couple, the client, what they want, find out what their priorities are, and we focus on that instead of just getting to know them and try to convince them, squeeze them into a box that we're trying to do. We really want to get to know them, find out what their priorities are, find out what their budget is, and craft something to really fit that and to focus on what their needs are. Because we've done it all. We've been doing this sort of going on our third decade now, taking care of so many different couples and so many different circumstances. And it's really all about focusing on the client. And you hired us. We're here for you. What can we do for you to make sure you get the best images possible? And that's what our success has been in, is focusing on the client, delivering exactly what they want every time.
No, that's excellent. And it doesn't matter the size of the wedding. Like I said, our wedding was rather small and intimate. It wasn't even out here in the suburbs. It was, a rather brisk, windy day in November in the city. And I mean, you did an amazing job. So there was one shot I remember when my wife and I were speaking to you that we wanted to get. And it was a shot down by the Adler Planetarium. Yeah. And you knew right off the bat exactly what we were talking about. And you knew the time of day that would be perfect in order to get that shot. And we pulled it off. I mean, it was probably, 40-mile-an-hour winds that day when we were down there. But nonetheless, I mean, it was just amazing that you knew exactly where we needed to be, the time of day that we need to be in order to pull that shot off.
Yeah. And why we were there, some other stuff we could get that was still in the area. I could swing by Soldier Field, do the stuff that we did there, get you guys out by the stadium and some more by the trees, and be able to take advantage of all that too while we're in the area. Make the best use of our time, give you the best images possible. So good. Thank you. I'm glad that worked out.
No, definitely. Yeah, we got so many amazing pictures. It was really great. So, as far as, the special day, the weddings and stuff like that, you're not real invasive. You go in there and you give the client everything that they need in order to capture the moment. I know that's what it's really about. So, before the wedding even occurs or what have you, what type of other things can you offer up there as well?
Well, again, that has to do with a couple, because the possibilities are practically endless. Typically, what we'll do is a lot of times it'll start with an engagement session. That's months ahead of time. Typically, it's very short period after they book with us, unless it's snowing outside like now. But then as soon as the spring flowers come up or something, we schedule the engagement session so they can start sharing their images together. They can get out there, save the dates, if it's close enough to do their imitations or however they want to handle that. So early on, that's usually the first step. And then on the day of, typically we'll start off at the bride's house. ahead of time. The guys will head off to the ceremony location. They'll hang out there to kind of keep them separated. So we'll start off with the girls. We do all their images, get the dress on the hanger, the parents, all of the bridesmaids, the transformation after she puts the dress on. We can get a lot of those portraits done ahead of time. So that afterward, as much as we can done ahead of time, it smooths things out afterwards, make the day go easier. We're not grabbing to get this image. We've already did that. A lot of it we can do at the house, and we'll go to the church, wherever the ceremony location is, and the guys will meet us there. So we'll do that. So we'll have another different location so they get more options as well. We'll do all the guys there. So the guy by himself with his parents, with the groomsmen and siblings, that kind of a thing. And then again, afterwards, all we really got to do is get the two of them together, his parents, her parents, both parents, and the bridal party. And then everything else is gravy. The stuff we have to have is done, taken care of, cleared. If they want to, go have some drinks, get back, cool off, warm up, depending what it is. Or if we want to go to a park, we have time to go to a park in between. If we want to rush the reception, if it's at a beautiful country club or something, hey, let's go there and get those images. Then we do that. If it's not, we got a gorgeous church, we hang around there and get some more. Again, we work all this out ahead of time, find out what their priorities that the couple has, what they want to do, what their locations are. If they have a special image in mind like you did, that's what we want to focus on. Find out the client's priorities and focus on that. The rest of the day, we really do kind of fluid and kind of unobtrusive. 20-30% of the day is kind of planned out with those types of images. The rest of it, we're really much more hands off. Low key, unobtrusive, fly on the wall kind of stuff, recording what's going on. Bride and groom's job is to have a good time. They don't want to worry about the pictures and the photographer. He knows what he's doing. We've been doing this going on a third decade now. We anticipate what's happening. We plan on that, prepare for that, be in the right position at the right time, get what they really need. So the client, a lot of times they get their images back. They have no idea what images I even took. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you got that. That's so cool. I didn't even see you there. And that's what we really strive for, is to get those things that they don't even know about, but they're thrilled to have because it was their day. And you get so much on your wedding day. You just did this. You can speak for that firsthand. You really don't know what's going to happen. And then just the emotions of it, the day's over, like, oh my gosh, it's over, what happened? So when you get your images back, it's like, oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad he got that. And that's really, again, where we shine and what I strive for and what I'm proud of. So we can do that. It just thrills the clients because they didn't even know we got it. The 20% that we pose and we stage and we kind of planned on, they know that, they're expecting for it and they look at it. The rest of it, a lot of it's just a surprise because they have no idea what they got. In a lot of cases, they forgot even what happened.
No, absolutely. So you keep on bringing up the 3 decades that you've been doing this. So, yeah. I mean, so many things have changed and evolved as far as just regular wedding photography and things like that. So what are some of the newer innovations and stuff like that you can kind of offer up to the clients there as well?
Well, the biggest benefit for us and then thus for the client is just the lighting that we can do with the newer technology, with the digital stuff. And it used to be, it would take a 2 or 3 man crew and a lot more time to do the kind of stuff that we can do now. But now, I can set up 3 remote flashes to fire across the room. I can control it all from the camera. I can adjust how I want to do and control the exact lighting that I want to do with just one person. With just me, I can control the exact lighting that I want and see it make changes instantly. Back when I first got started in the film days, you couldn't do that. You kind of had to guess, you had the light meter, everything, go around to each light and make all the changes. But now we can do it all instantly. It's all right there. And on the video side, it's a similar thing. The cameras are so much smaller. The cameras now weigh less than the batteries used to back in the day. and you could set up, the little tiny GoPro cameras and other stuff. You can put cameras all over the place, get all kinds of angles, edit it together. And then what we can do in editing, therefore, too, instead of just, back and forth the analog with the tape, that all we could do before, there's so much more digital we can do. We can brighten it, we can darken it, you can add the effects, you can streamline things. The most popular thing now is the really short videos that they can bring on their phone. So instead of having to watch a 2-hour video back that, everyone sleeps to, oh, geez, I really get, people want to see it. And when it's that short and it's done well, when you get done, they say, can I see that again? That was really cool.
Right.
And because it's so small, you can actually keep it on your phone. You post it on your Facebook, you can store it on the cloud, you can send it to your grandma. It's short and well done, and it tells your story with your friends, your family, to your music. And it's really nice to have. You couldn't do any of that before. So it's just the things we can do now in so much smaller a crew, somewhat more affordable in that sense too, that we can do those things quickly and easy and beautifully and just thrill the clients for exactly what they want.
Excellent. Well, John, if somebody wants to get in touch with you, what's the best way to reach you?
Website, www.welshstudios.net, Facebook /Welsh Studios, phone number is 847-587-1234. John at welshstudios.net. That's good.
Perfect. And we'll have all that information here on the website.
Thank you.
John, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy schedule here to talk with us. So if anybody's looking for a wedding photographer, John, you're the man.
Thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate that. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you. It's Jeff here with Lake County's 102.3 XLC.